Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I exercised this morning, and then when I was outside feeding the kitties, uh, I took a hike down our driveway, which is pretty long. It's over an eighth of a mile. And then some spots were about a foot of snow. Other spots were about 2 feet. I had to take a break on the way down. I stood there. I thought, maybe I shouldn't. And then I thought, no, I'm going to push myself, because you had to really pick up your legs to get through the stuff. And it took me a while to get down there and back. So in essence, I walked actually in total about 3/4 of a mile in over a foot of snow and almost 2 feet in most areas after push-ups and leg lifts. So yeah, that will keep me strong. So I did push myself with that, and even though I haven't been feeling good, that is my personality, to just keep going. I've surprised a lot of people keeping going when they thought I wouldn't. So yeah, anyway, I don't really have to name names or reference any one narcissist in particular, but if you are going to use, and I'm not saying it's an excuse because you have a mental illness, but if you are going to use your mental illness as an excuse, this is what I mean. Just a minute, I'll explain how I'm feeling about it. So even a narcissist will say it's not your fault, but they'll say neither is it theirs. The narcissist, it's not the narcissist's fault. If you can function out in society and you don't harm people, you're not mentally ill. If you are a wicked person just waiting to strike when the opportunity suits you and you can get away with it, that's calculated. And you can help that. And when you need to help yourself as a narcissist, you know when to chill, when to shut it down. And I know you all do. I know you do. So I can't help what you do. But if you can't function in society without hurting other human beings, you don't belong in society at all. What is it, like a pot shot, take pot shots, like a shooting gallery? Like normal people are just going on the conveyor belt and you're taking your shots at it whenever you want to pick up your rifle. You don't have your rifle picked up all the time. Just every once in a while, when you get in the mood and feel that you can take down a couple of them without any ramifications. Yes, a narcissist can help themselves unless they're in a position where they know they can get away with something, and they're going to. That's a fact. I'm not guessing at somebody's character. This isn't what is it? Another word for guessing. This isn't like a happenstance of thought. It's not something that I can't prove. I mean, obviously, people can control themselves. And if you can't, and you're criminal or mentally handicapped, whichever one you want, then I think we need more mental hospitals for the care of people that are going to damage other people. So, if you don't agree and you're a narcissist, may the karma god catch up with you, you know. So, if you believe in that sort of thing, you know. I know, or karma period, I do know that, I'll call you freelance demons that see yourself as a god unto yourself, and you don't pay homage to anybody, you know. Well, I was going somewhere with that, but I kind of lost my train of thought, but that's okay. Anyway, I don't know. I was listening to Sam Vaknin, Professor Vaknin had he called it spells, how to, maybe it's here, I don't know. Let's see. No, I don't know. He called it 3 spells to break, like, the influence of the narcissist or something like that. I don't need no freaking spell. If you're gonna act dark and want to pull that out of me, buyer beware. I'm not going to bow to the darkness and give them a free reign on this planet under the guise of a mental illness. It's not happening. You can control yourself. If you had a shock collar every time you were mean, you'd control yourself. I recommend that for all narcissists. Get your old lady to hook you up with one of them zapper collars they use on a dog, and every time you're acting like a tit, zap your ass. You know? That'd shut you down. Doesn't make her a narcissist. Might make her a little psychotic, but what the fuck? What are you gonna do in the face of evil? Bend over and let them drive? And give them the excuse that they're mentally inept and incapable and not premeditative? No, I'm going to tell you like it is. You can help yourself. You just have to want to. Our internet has been really slow. It took over a couple hours to upload yesterday's video, and Doug couldn't even get in his Facebook today. I guess a lot of people were having troubles, but I don't know. Talk about narcissists. It's hard to teach somebody something if they're talking, and then you can ask them what was said, and they can't cover it. But, like, if you have to struggle to help somebody, I know I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to be a professor or a preacher or any kind of a teacher in that situation and have students in front of me that aren't listening. They don't care enough to listen to what I say to teach them. And I just, like, today, I'm just like, I don't learn from you. You know, it's the other way around. I mean, I can learn from somebody like the mind of a narcissist that I don't possess. I can definitely learn that. Is that going to help me? Is it going to help a narcissist to turn me into the very thing they are? Or to hate a passive person enough to want to push them into not being passive? What good is that going to do anybody? Like, you're the criminal, but you want to make me a criminal to make yourself feel better? You know? Anyway. For the person that was trying to show me, there's somebody I watch that is showing like similarities between Esther and whatever, and he's trying to get people to realize correlations in his life that are going, I see it, I get it. I'm not the one you need to convince, you know. I don't know who you want to convince that it isn't already, because people, if they don't accept God, they know there is a God. They're not accepting Him. You can't make somebody accept something they're not willing to give a shit about. You know, they see it. Everybody sees it. They just don't care. So who are you trying to show? You know, if people already see it, then we see it. If we don't, it's just like if you hear something, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you get it right away, you know. So, yeah. Well, I think that's probably about it for today, because it did take awful time to upload yesterday. I had kind of a frustrating thing, because just hearing people put other people down, I mean, you know, it's like, and I'll just leave it on this, and some will get it and some won't, but, you know, what you think you've already done in your mind, like if you're thinking about whatever, like if you wanted a person to die, or if you were thinking in lustful ways, or you've already done it, you know. If you're murderous with your actions, no matter how slight the attempt, it's still attempted murder. You know, it's just like, I didn't try and kill you just a little bit. No, the attempt itself is murderous. Like lustful thoughts, those intentions, you already fornicated. You're already an adulterer in God's eyes, and towards the people that you're doing that to. So if you're like a narcissist and you're doing these things, you know, you'll walk around a pile of dog poop. You can calculate. You can determine what's best for you, just like the rest of us. No excuses. You just really need to step up to the plate, because in essence, you're making a big fool out of yourself, a great big one. It's not going to end well for you. You got to come clean. It's the only way to deal with that, because I won't give you any excuses. It is not a mental illness. It's fucking evil. Just stop it. Demonic is right. So, okay, everybody, have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Thank you for joining me.